used to message me, bro.
I wanted y'all to come with me so bad.
I remember, fam. And you was going to play QB, too. I remember you, J. Lloyd. I remember you used to message me on Twitter, bro. I swear I remember. You used to hit me up like, hey, bro, like, it's going to be me and you, bro. You like, come on, bro. Like, that's crazy, dog. I do remember that.
That's wild. But, Jonathon, talk to us a little bit about playing two sports in college and some of the challenges that poses. We had Naheem Hines on from NC State, and he played football and ran track, and he was just kind of talking about some of the struggles that he had with it.
Yeah, I would say being at Duke, especially like just the emphasis that's put on your academic, your workload, your schooling, and all of that, man. I would say like that made it a little tougher because we even like football. JC tell you we practice early in the morning, and so like if we had 11:30 class or something, we'd be out off the practice field at 10:30, and you had like time to eat and go to class. And so when I was playing baseball, I still had to keep all my football obligations. And then when I was playing football, I still had to do the same thing for baseball. So like in the fall, I got away with it because like the games and just the nature of football took up so much more time. But like in the spring, I would get up early in the morning, go to spring practice or lift or whatever, go to one class is baseball practice from 2 to 6. So I'll go to one class, grab a snack, head to the field for baseball practice, and then go back to class at night. And then I would just do that every day. And then on Thursdays, we didn't always fly for baseball. Sometimes we took a bus. Like we took a bus all the way to play Boston College.
What?
We took a bus. I think we only flew to like Pittsburgh and Miami or something like that.
Quit.
Hey, we took a bus and we took a bus from North Carolina all the way to Boston College to play. And so like we would leave on a Thursday. So sometimes I would get out of like conditioning like an early Thursday morning or something, and I would just go catch the bus. And then we would have like practice that night before we start like a 3-game series on a weekend, drive back on a Sunday, and I got practice on Monday morning. And if it's springtime and it's baseball and we still in like the middle of baseball, like it's been times that I went from a spring game straight to a baseball game, or like practice straight to a baseball game. You know what I'm saying? Or like practice in the morning and we leave on a midweek game playing at ECU at like 3:00. So I just get on the bus and go to sleep. That's how I got my rest. Get up, play, and do the same thing the next day.
So when you were, so what year? So you only played baseball. You only did 2 sports for 2 years, right?
Yeah, 2 years. Freshman
and sophomore year. So just talk about just a little bit once you got to just football, how things changed for you. You know, just talk about that.
That's when I moved to receiver. So.
That too, because I was going to talk about your whole transition with quarterback too. Talk about that as well.
That's how so just from baseball to being singular to football, that's kind of when my career started to like really take off a little bit. And because I ended up starting at receiver for my last 3 years. I was able to just focus on football solely. I was able to like get in better shape. I was more rested. I wasn't tired as much, you know, going night classes and baseball every day and football. And then each year, man, I just got better and better. I didn't get all the targets I wanted or things like that, but I just kept my head down and kept working. And that's kind of just been the whole theme of my career, going from quarterback. And I got hurt. I missed a year. I redshirted because I had surgery on my ankle. And so that kind of set me back. And then moving to DB, not really finding a role or being able to play a lot of meaningful snaps other than special teams. And then when I moved over to receiver, that's kind of where I found my niche, and I was able to really take off from there, man.
Sure. Yeah, I played with your boy Breon Borders. You know, he was down here with the Jags with me. And I was asking him about you. He was like, yeah, bro, his first few years he was struggling. He was like, bro, when he put that baseball down, he was like, your boy thought he was about to be Barry Bonds. But yeah,
hey, Breon.
I know I'm going to call Breon for that
one. Hey, that's my dog, though, bro. Hey, I swear, bro, Breon, bro, he was clamping stuff last year coming into the season and everything, too. But yeah. That's my dog though, bro. I had to mention that to you though.
Hey, no, yeah, Breon an athlete for sure now.
For sure.
Yeah, athlete.
But yeah, so Jamison, bro, another thing that I just wanted, I'm gonna get on your NFL side now. You know what I'm saying, bro? So the one thing that I want to ask you, bro, we know our fans are about to know. You know what I'm saying? You got the $30 million contract. You know, this what's just like? I know it's an amazing feeling just to be able to provide for your family, just do things you love. But what's that one thing that you told yourself and that you went out and bought, like, hey, like I didn't got in my bag and I deserve this and I didn't want to drop some money on it. Tell the fans what is it?
Yeah, I mean, man, it's crazy, man. Like, like, you know, so I went and got me a Monte Carlo 1988 Monte Carlo SS. I got it, you know, fixed up a little bit, man. It's all original interior. But I you know, put a sound system and everything in there, and it's been done like basically like professionally. So it's not like nothing that's janky and stuff. So that's like the one thing I always wanted, bro. It was crazy. Like, you know, some people get, you know, the bag and, you know, they go get like a Rolls Royce or Bentley, something like that, which isn't bad, you know. So I wouldn't mind having a nice car like that. But my uncle, man, growing up, he had a black Monte Carlo with a red stripe, and he had a T-top, and like I always say to myself, like, man, I'm gonna buy that car, you know what I'm saying? But he ended up selling it, man. He ended up selling it to somebody else. He was gonna sell it to me once I got to the league, but he hit my mom up, and you know how your moms be like, man, he don't need that, you know. He hit my mom up instead of hit me up. Like, you know what I'm saying? He should have been like, yo, James, I'm trying to sell my car. You want to get it? But instead, he went to my mom, which is his sister, obviously. And she was like, yeah, nah, James don't need that. So that was always something I always wanted, man. I went and got me a Monte Carlo. But man, like with the money though, for real, man, that I got from the signing bonus and stuff like that, I've been trying to invest it, man. I bought me, you know, so I paid my mom's and them house off when their house is off, and I bought them a new house. So, you know what I'm saying? So they, you know, the plan is to use the old house as like a rental property.
Sure.
And, you know, obviously now they living good and in the house that I bought for them. And I also bought a house, like another house in my hometown that I just, you know what I'm saying, signed off on the lease where the occupant signed up on the lease yesterday. So, you know what I'm saying? So now, you know, I'm getting some rent money and stuff coming in. So that's basically what I've been trying to do with it, man. I ain't trying to go crazy with the investments and stuff, but there's some, you know, small like real estate investments and stuff, man. Just trying to get my feet wet in the real estate game, man. So that's basically what I've been doing. I mean, yeah, at some point next year, within the next few years, I plan on buying my own house. Like I got a house here, but it's a townhome out here in Raleigh, Durham. You know what I'm saying? It serves its purpose right now for, you know, me, my lady, and my family and stuff. So, but, you know, obviously, man, I want to get something bigger. But, you know, with all this COVID stuff going on, I'm just trying to see, like, what a housing market at, if I want to build or something. So I really ain't dropped nothing. Like, I really ain't bought nothing crazy with the bag. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got that Monte Carlo. That's you know, that's one of the things I always wanted. But, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I think my next big purchase is going to probably be another house. And, you know, once I buy another house, I'm going to just use the one I'm in now. You know what I'm saying? I'll probably use it as a rental property or try to resell it. You know what I'm saying? So,
residual income, dog.
Yo, facts.
Smart.
Hey, JC, I remember that. What you had? What's the cop car?
Yeah, I had the Crown Vic, bro.
Crown Vic.
You know,
I remember the Crown Vic.
You know, and I had mentioned Mevin earlier. You know what I'm saying? Nah, bro, 2-time, bro. I was in my Crown Vic, so I should have some 22s on my Vic, right? So
man, they pulling you.
Can't get out of Bro, the first time, man, I'm riding, bro. Matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you when it was. I'm gonna be brief. I don't want to be long. But so this was my sophomore year, and like we had just clinched like the first bowl, you know, it's like the first bowl game for Duke in years. So it was like the season had just ended, and we were like, you know how the bowl game, they be played like late December. You know what I'm saying? So we had like a week or two off. Like the week that I had went to, I was going to Winston-Salem State. One of my partners I played with in high school, he was playing over there. And like CIAA, they was like in the playoff or something. And we had a couple weeks off because our bowl game went to like late December. So I'm going over there, bro, on a Saturday morning. Coach Cut gave us the weekend off. You know what I'm saying? We get, bowl prep. He gave a weekend off. So I'm going over to Winston State, see my partner play. I get right at the Mebane, bro, and I'm speeding. I get a ticket for speeding. And the dude pulled me over. He like, see license registration. So I give it to him. So my mom like, okay, he gonna run, give me a ticket. Come on back with the ticket. I'm going about my way. Man, he go back to his car, and no lie, bro. He's sitting in his car for like 20 minutes, bro. I'm looking in my rearview mirror like, man, what's going on? Next thing I know, bro, he called backup. So the other squad car pull up, and, bro, they ain't gonna say nothing to me, bro. The other squad car, he get out with the K9. So, like, the drug dog, like, circling my car and everything. I rode down I'm like, man, what's going on? So, man, they asked me to step out and everything, man. They patted me down, bro. We out there on 40, bro. I'm talking about, like, busy traffic, but they patted me down and stuff, bro. They asked me, like, search my car. I was like, man, I can't search my car. And, like, the officer, bro, so I told him, I'm playing ball, blase. I'm at Duke. I'm going to see my boy. He playing in the playoffs, you know what I'm saying? And, man, he was like, well, the reason I did all this, because when I came to your window, you ain't look me in my eye. You look nervous.
Yeah.
Like, man, going crazy, bro. But, bro, both times happened right there in Mebane, bro. Both times I got pulled over like that happened right there in Mebane.
Yeah, bro. Because that's coming. They probably thought you was headed into East Burlington. Like, they thought you was about to go somewhere East Burlington.
Nah, facts.
Look, I didn't travel it so much. I know exactly where I was at. Like, I was like right, like going towards like Burlington and stuff. I was like right past the exit, like them Tanger outlet checks. So I like just went past that exit, and then like they stopped me like right there. You know what I'm saying? And bro, it was crazy, man. But yeah, I had a Crown Vic, man, the candy apple red Vic on tools,
Yeah, I remember that joint.
Yeah. So yeah, I thought I got pulled over a couple times, and I had to change my vehicle, man. But
for sure. That's dope, bro. Monte Carlo,
sell it.
So Jay Lloyd, after you got through with Duke, I know you spent a little time with the Rams. Can you kind of talk about that process and some of the experiences you made out there in LA?
Yeah, man. I signed free agent. I didn't get drafted. I signed free agent and spent some time out there. And at first, when you sign free agent, like most of the time, sometimes you got other options, like other teams. And so it kind of came down to like Buffalo, and then Chicago like tried to get at me, but it was like real late. So that wasn't really anything. And I didn't really want to go to Buffalo because I'm like, they ain't gonna throw the ball like that. It's cold. We're gonna be running and blocking. Like, I think I go out here and I do my thing in LA. Like the system is just better. Like I'll be good, But hindsight, I ain't realized just how deep they were, how much money they had tied up at that position already. So it was just kind of hard to break that lineup, man. And but I had a good time, man. I put some good things out on tape in my little time that I was there. I still got the utmost confidence in myself. And I mean, y'all boys know everybody playing the league ain't good.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I definitely know I can play. And when I got the chance to play, I did my thing. But all in all, man, it was good. Just being the competitor that I am, I'm not happy about it. I ain't one that's gonna sit around and talk about how proud I was to do it, even though it's a big accomplishment. But like in my mind, I ain't get to where I wanted to be. You know what I'm saying? I know I can do it, and so that's kind of what's frustrating about it. And then I was released, so I'm a free agent right now, and I haven't been signed to another team or picked up yet. And then I had some stuff kind of lined up early in the spring, but then the COVID situation came through and halted everything. So now I kind of got pushed to the side with everything going on. But I don't know if I'll play again or what. I think, man, football changed my life. It took me a lot of places, man. I was able to make connections, going to school, meet people, meet friends. That's how I met my future wife through a teammate who went to school with her best friend, like just things like that. So I'm grateful for the game, man, but I ultimately I'm not happy I got cut. You know what I'm saying? I still feel like I got a lot of ball left in me, and I can still play and play at a high level. But yeah, man, that's kind of where I'm at right now.
No doubt. I think, but more so than anything, man, like I know Will and I can attest to this. Like we know what you can do with that ball in your hands, like, and it ain't no doubt about it. I seen that since we were 6 years old.